big media has this habit of acting like as if independent creators, people on YouTube, they act like they don't exist. So generally what happens is they don't acknowledge them. They don't give them any credit for anything they create. And I think they basically siphon them off and say that these guys are they're nobodies. They're just there talking sports. They're nobodies, right? So they rarely take them seriously. So in the Odd Couple, essentially what was happening was they were reacting to this very exchange between Kevin Durant and these guys. And in the midst of doing that, they disrespected the creators and didn't even mention the guy's name, and then went on to say some other stuff that I absolutely disagree with. So what we want to do is we want to play exactly what Chris Broussard had to say on the Odd Couple, and then we're gonna come back and react to this comment. Take a listen to that.
Kevin Durant, as he is known to do, occasionally will just come out of nowhere and hop on social media and start dialoguing with the everyday man, the common folk. And I guess Friday night
the people that clean your house. Yes, that's what we're talking about.
I pay well, man. I pay well. But KD got on Twitter Space, and there was actually a discussion, Ephraim, going on about, is Kevin Durant still a top 5 player in the NBA? And KD joined in. And here's one of the things he said.
I just think how y'all even look at the game is whack as playoff success. Like you factor in team success when you talking about players. I just think how y'all consume the game is trash. Like, are you good or not?
I agree. I
mean, some things could be that simple. Are you just good or not? I mean, a lot of people have seen it for a long time, brother. And it's okay. These lists don't really mean nothing anyway. So why are you getting so upset about them?
All right. Well, there you have it. And look, I think, Ephraim, a lot of people, when you discuss these types of things, who are the best 10 players of all time, who are the best 5 players in the league, the best 10 players, whatever it may be, winning does come into play. One of the arguments that many use for Michael Jordan is that he has 6 championships. He won 6 times, went 6 times, and won 6 times. But I always let people know that is just one aspect of the argument. It is not all about championships, or it'd be over. Bill Russell's it, period.
Yep.
It wouldn't even be a discussion.
The standard.
Right. I think LeBron James, who has 4 championships, is better than Kobe, who had 5. And there's, a lot of, we can get into this, but my point is just that
you just
that is
start
not
off disrespectful, but go ahead. Okay.
That is not the way. It's just not as simple as, who won the most? Like, that's a simplistic way of arguing it, and I don't know anybody that uses that argument, because I've heard very few people say Bill Russell's the GOAT. And so, but it is, when you talk about the top, the ultra elite, Ephraim, winning does come into play. And if Alex Caruso has 6 rings when he retires, no one's going to say he's better than Hakeem Olajuwon, who had 2. But when you're talking about the ultra elite, one significant way that you can differentiate them is championships. It's not black and white. Like I said, I don't always go with the guy who has the most championships. But that is one factor. And in basketball, where there's only 5 players, if you're that good, then you can impact winning a lot more than you can in baseball and even in football. And so I do think that's why it comes into play. I think KD is being disingenuous when he says that don't even matter. It's just, can you play or not?
So you heard what they had to say. Now, there's a gentleman there who's a former NFL player. I forgot his name. It's irrelevant right now. The same way I forgot his name is the same way he forgot the creator's name that they were referring. Now, here are my thoughts. I think that what they did was absolutely disrespectful. I think it was disrespectful, and I think it was wrong on so many levels. First of all, if you're going to source something, if you're going to reference something, say the place you got that information from. The least you can do is acknowledge the source. Whenever we create shows on this platform, we always say where we heard it from. We provide articles where you can go and read. We read the articles live. If we heard it from a channel, we say the channel. If we heard it from a show, we say the show. Give people their credit. If you heard it from somewhere, say where you heard it from and give them their credit. It's kind of like having a source.